Hello. It's been a while, I know, I'm sorry. It's been about a month since my last video, and, started a new job, doing other things, and I missed Halloween. So I decided today we're gonna take a look at r/nosleep. If you don't know what r/nosleep is, it is a subreddit on Reddit that has to deal with internet horror stories, and I've just been delving into it a lot because Halloween's awesome. I love Halloween. Horror movies are some of my favorite things on that show. You can't really see, but there's an entire shelf just full of horror movies over there. So we're gonna go into, and I found this one. The link to the story is down in the description down below. So if you want to give it a read yourself, feel free. But we're gonna go into this right now. The story is called "My Wife is Lurking." The story is called "My Wife is Lurking in My Childhood Photos," but I met her around the age of 30. This was posted about like 9 months ago, and it's actually pretty high rated, so I've never read it before. I did take a peek, see how long it was. It's pretty decently long, but we'll get right into it and keep this boat rolling. I will be stopping as well to give my thoughts and opinions and feelings about what is being portrayed in this video, or in this story. So, never done one of these Reddit videos before, so this is completely new to me. But here we go. My wife is lurking in my childhood photos, but I met her at the age of 30, and she looks no younger in the old pictures. Sometimes it feels as my life has been nothing but an ever-revolving door of grief. I'm only 34 years old, and I've lost everyone to death, rejection, and diverging paths. My parents, my sister, my childhood friends, and countless other loved ones. I feel numb, directionless. Above all else, I feel angry. I hate the world for taking them from me. I hate life for dealing cards from a rotten deck. I'm sorry. I am terrible at reading. So this is going to be fun. Please make fun of me in the comments, all you will. Please. I will love to read every single one of people making fun of my reading capabilities. So, my mother passed last year. She'd been fighting a lengthy battle with dementia since 2019. I didn't cry when she died. I had nothing left in the tank. I already endured small, painful pinches of grief over the years. I grieved when she lost a piece of herself. I grieved for every one of us that she forgot, whilst there was still those of us left to forget. Damn. Those 4 years fragmented me. Mum and I were so close, and it broke my heart to see her very soul disintegrate. She was my only remaining family. My dad and my sister died when I was young, and slowly everyone else vanished too. I can't explain it, but in spite of her deterioration, I think Mum held on to life more for me. Damn. Oh. Should I try putting voices on? I don't know if that's going to be appropriate. I'm going to do it just because this is going to be a scary story, and we need to add a little bit of a comedic taste to it for my sake. So, I worry, Brennan, my mother hazily said. You're safe, Mum, I said. You don't need to. Oh shit, Jesus Christ. I don't even know why those were on. They just shut off and then went silent. Noise canceling. Oh my god. You're safe, Mum, I said. You don't need to. No, I worry about Brienne. She injected with a fluster. I'm Brienne, Mum, and I'm fine, I said, sighing. I worry, she absent-mindedly whispered. When my mother died in February 2023, I was left with one person in the entire world, Olivia. I counted my blessings to have a darling wife who always be by my side. Until I realized how terribly true that might be. Find the picture. pictures. The pictures. It was a picture. It was a picture of a day at the zoo with my parents and my sister. Through metal bars at the opposite side of the lion enclosure, I could see my wife standing there. Someone I didn't know as a child, but it was her. There was no doubt about it. A distinctive black hair, face complexion, a petite physique. She wore a thin, knowing smile that seemed unbefitting of her, or any version of Olivia that I'd seen before. My stomach gargled nervously, but I smiled and laughed it off. Uncanny, I whispered to myself. Obviously, it couldn't have been her. I told myself, we're the same age. We couldn't have, and she wouldn't have been a child at the time. It's just a doppelganger. Or it's a skinwalker. No. Who knows? We're going to keep going. I carried on flicking through the pages, and then a lump formed at the surface of my throat. My wife appeared again. This time it was a photo of our family's Christmas gathering in a restaurant. And outside the window, beneath a smoking shelter, a solitary figure stood and watched us. It was Olivia, or a woman who, yet again, looked identical to my 33-year-old wife. So he's just going to keep finding pictures, I'm guessing. And he's just going to keep seeing his wife. And I'm assuming she's going to keep looking more and more uncanny in each one. It's uncanny that she's there to begin with, but I feel like she's going to have more and more of a smile on each one. Once is nothing, twice is a coincidence, I muttered uncertainly. I frantically tore through the photo album as sweat collected in thick icy trails on my colorless cheeks. Olivia was in every photo, and she looked no different from the present day. The same woman, always lurking somewhere in the background, discreetly watching, ever wearing that foul grin. My heart thumped fitfully. This was no longer an oddity, a funny peculiarity. It was unsettling enough to see evidence of a person stalking my family, but a person who hadn't aged in 33 years. It was sinister. It defied everything my logical brain knew to be true. I found myself trembling in fear and clawing at my hair. I had stopped turning pages after seeing my wife skulking in dozens of photos. I hadn't the stomach to continue, but I couldn't tear my eyes off of the page before me. Jesus Christ, I'm terrible. I need to go back to school. It was a photo captioned, "Yummy cake, Brienne's 10th birthday." I was sitting in the back garden on an overcast day. A decadent chocolate cake sat on my lap. My jubilant friends and family surrounded me. I was midway through blowing out my 10th candle, and flames leaned away from my pursed lips. There she was again, hiding in the photo from the year 2000. Olivia would have been 10 years old, just like me, and yet the camera told another tale. This time my fully grown wife cowered behind the short fence at the rear of our property, but the top of her head peered into the of our garden, and I couldn't distinguish her distinct black hair. Her eyes were bloodshot and thirsty. She was perhaps hauntingly eyeing the camera, as it felt like she could see me in the attic. Ooh. Okay, chill, dog. Oh my God, chill. Bloodshot. Her eyes were bloodshot and thirsty, like she was staring at him through the camera into his eyes from the attic. Like 20 years later. What the fuck? You're losing your mind, Brendan. I thought eyes still unable to look away. This is real. It's all in your... A sudden wisp of wind extinguishing the attic light. My body shivered uncomfortably, but I found myself wrestling with an undeniable thought. It sounded like lips blowing air. Okay, now we're in the words of KSI. We're in the thick of it. Is that another thing? Is it too late to make a video on thick of it? I got a lot to say about that situation with that shitty song. I don't know. Trying to steady my breathing, I anxiously patted the floor of the back-end blackened attic. I wish I wouldn't leave my phone in stupid places. I thought I wanted to leave, but I didn't trust myself to maneuver through my mother's cluttered attic in the dark. And then my fingers brushed over something familiar, a smoother gotcha, I thought. Before picking up my phone and turning on the light, I screamed. The birthday photo had changed. The candles on my cake were gone, and I was sitting all alone. No family, no friends, nobody, not even Olivia. So, the lights go out in the attic. He's stumbling to find his phone to turn the lights on. And when he finally does, he turns them on, and the thing that's facing him, the first thing he sees is that photo. And everything's changed in it. I stumbled to my feet and dropped the book. The floorboards moaned as I shifted my weight backwards. I had to get far from that cursed book, that cursed attic. I twisted to run for the attic door, but I didn't move beyond my first step. My torchlight illuminated something horrifying. Poking her head through the attic opening, Olivia smiled at me. Her eyes mirrored those in the numerous photos that I've just seen. Her pupils seemed darker, wider, red-veined, painted the corners, and her eyes rippled ever so slightly as if were not really eyes at all. I don't know what happened to the woman I married, but that wasn't who eyed me in the attic door. She was a horror. Some rabid mouse that had soundlessly slithered up the stairs in the ladder. My wife giggled. I feel like with all the descriptions, she's just gonna sound like, I eat you from the inside out. It's kind of fucking wild statement. And then the woman plummeted through the attic door, disappearing from sight. Was it like a tumble, or was it just like a gone? Don't worry, dog's back. Thinking only escaping, I lunged for the open door, but something seized my ankle, chaining me to the attic. I spun to face my shackles, and my mouth parted in wordless terror. From the open page of the photo, Olivia's twisted arm and face had emerged. She offered a toothy grin and unhinged eyes as she attempted to pull me into the picture. Vile bile, so rich, and with our consuming. What the fuck is? How did the fuck? I'm so stupid. What the fuck is that word? Consummation. It becomes complete. I cried in agony as I was dragged to hell by the thing that I had loved for 3 years, a hellish demon I had believed to be my wife, but it seemed I truly had nobody left. Nothing but a cancerous tumor clinging to my very essence. It was draining my last of my pain, the last of my suffering. I closed my eyes and thought of my loved ones that I was certain that I would shortly see again. As terrifying demonic limb pulled my leg into the photo album, I prepared to meet whatever fate awaited. All of that anger, the years I spent in perpetual psychological nightmare, for nothing. I visualized my mother smiling. A calmness swept throughout my mind. I worry about Bran, she said. I started to fib before deciding to unburden the weight in my chest. No, I'm not fine, Mum, but I will be. Suddenly the hissing ceased. All sounds ceased. And when I opened my eyes, my wretched wife was gone. My ankle was no longer merging with the laminated plastic, but it throbbed painfully. The bottom of my trouser leg bore claw-shaped tears, and it stained with fresh blood. To be certain the entity had vanished, I cast my phone light onto the book, and the picture of my 10th birthday returned to I wasn't alone. I was surrounded by my friends and family. Nothing could destroy that memory in my mind. But I shuddered as I turned the page. My smiling life was still lurking in the photos. I fled the house and haven't looked back. It's been a year and I don't fear the memories anymore. I'm moving forward. I'm learning to love again, but I'm learning to open myself to new people and new memories. I still fear loss. After all, that horrifying woman waits for me. I know she does. I fear the day I notice her in a new photo. Yeah, it was pretty good. I like that. That was pretty good. I like that one. Was it like to the point of like shuddering scared? I don't think so. It's definitely more on the edge of creepiness than terrifying. But the fact that just seeing your old photo albums from 10 plus years ago and that your wife is just in the background of them grinning like maniacally and with her bloodshot eyes always staring towards the camera like she's looking directly at your eyes. It's kind of fucking nuts. But I do like it. I think it would have I one part that did take me out is when she started to talk. If it was more of like she was just sitting there and not speaking, I don't feel like needed her to speak. I think it would have done a lot better if it was just her just staring there maniacally and then she disappears. Because once she speaks, I don't know. Maybe the giggle could have just stayed. But I feel like when she speaks, it's something. But then again, it gives more to what this entity could be. But yeah, no. This was pretty good. I don't know how the hell this is going to come out edited. I've never done one of these before, but who knows. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Links to this story is down in the description, so go check it out. Go send the author some love. The author's name, by the way, I should get that. I should say that at the beginning, is The Eagle Strikes on Reddit. So, good story. I don't care about rating these. They're all fun. They're just fun. So, yeah. Please check it out in the description, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.